What's up?
Bro, guys, the reason why it's just so awkward is because, dude, we don't know what to talk about. Like,
there's nothing to talk about, folks.
I knew that this day would come.
Yeah.
Like, where all the generic topics, like whether it be love, whether it be sports, whether it be so many other stuff.
Yeah.
There's gonna be a day where you literally just come.
We run out of
like
topics.
There's a bunch of things that you just there's nothing really to say.
Yeah, like we literally even went. I mean, it's desperate. We went to Twitter, try to check like what's trending, what we can talk about. Nothing.
Exactly.
Nothing interesting, at least.
Hey guys, but since it's the month of love, I think it's only fair that Lefa has a YouTube channel called The Lefa Life. Please go ahead and check it out. Link in the description.
You never put it there. I have a beef with this man, yeah? Cause every episode I'm proper just like shameless plugging myself. Link in the description. He never puts it there.
That's a lie. Okay,
you know what? I have access to the account. I'm just gonna go edit all the videos and put my link in the description.
But here's the
thing. So link in the description.
The reason okay, now it's gonna definitely be on, okay? But like here's the thing, right?
Yeah.
The reason why it's not there is because I literally have a document that's called editing. You know what I'm saying? So I just copy paste everything.
I know, I do the same. I do the same.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's the same thing the whole time. So like now, and the only thing that I edit is obviously just the timestamps for the podcast.
Yeah.
Like
now you gotta go edit that thing and put
and then put the Lefa Life. No, I really will. I really will. Like you just have to remind me of it. No, but I will. I really will. So like Lefa has a YouTube channel called The Lefa Life, which is amazing. It's buzzing. If you don't know about it, then where have you been, bro? Like, but and recently you went on a Baecation, bro. You've been doing a lot of cinematic masterpieces, bro. And I also did like something similar. Just want to put it out there, plug myself. Go check out Just Genera on YouTube. You'll see like a piece with my voiceover. I'll put the link in the description because it involves me.
Wow.
But yeah, you've been doing a bunch of stuff, and like I think one of the things you went away to visit your girl's family, Cape Town, this past holiday.
So like, it's a lot, right? I'm gonna go way back.
Yeah.
Now I'm a photographer, right? Yeah. And when people think photography, they think like portraits. Mm-hmm. They immediately think portraits, like pictures of people.
Yeah.
And I do that. That's what I'm doing now, because people will pay you to take portraits of them. People pay you to take pictures at their events, whether they're parties, weddings, whatever, right? Mm-hmm. And so I use my camera to make money right now, and by taking pictures of all this stuff. But I don't actually enjoy any of this stuff. I don't enjoy it at all. There was a time when I used to do deco, right? So events deco. So I like to literally these deco companies would call me, be like, yo, we just set up a table wherever, please come through, take some pictures. So I come through, take pictures of inanimate objects and leave. I hated that.
I think that would be whack.
Bro, it was absolutely horrible.
Dude, like that for
the money was cool, like it was good to like have some side money and all that stuff, but like it really was. I hated it. And
take pictures of deco,
bro, of
not
deco,
even humans,
like
bro.
Freaking glasses, bro. Glasses and spoons. So I really didn't enjoy that, and I man, as much as the money was great and all, it's just like it didn't even feel worth it. You know what I'm saying? It didn't even feel worth it. So I kind of got out of that, and I'm trying to get into like doing more of the stuff that I like. Right now I'm finding myself doing more portraits and doing more events, but that's still not what I want to do. Okay, cool. Now what do I want to do? I want to do landscape photography. I want to take pictures of like landscapes, take pictures of sceneries and all that stuff, and find if I can, because there's people who like sell like paintings and I mean not paintings, photographs for millions of dollars, but these are like the top photographers in the world. But there is
demand.
There is such an industry, just like paintings in a room. Basically, people will buy photographs to hang them in their houses. You know what I'm saying? That type of thing.
Sure.
And that's like
A lot of
landscape photography. I know in my house I'm gonna have like a whole lot of my own pictures hung up and all that stuff on canvases. Anyway,
look at that, bro.
You know the vibes. Anyway, yeah, so that's what I want to do.
Yeah.
And so when I finally went to, I live in the city, we're in Pretoria.
Yeah.
And I mean, there's some cool spots like forests and all that stuff. And I've done some videos and taken some photo shoots at such locations, but there's only so much you can do.
Yeah.
When I hit my goal up, we were supposed to go somewhere with like friends and all that, but that plan kind of fell through. But she's always wanted me to go to she's from Cape Town, so she's always wanted me to visit her family in Cape Town.
Yeah.
So this time I was like, you know what?
Why not?
Let's do it. Yeah. We had the extra money from like the trip that
for the trip. Yeah.
Exactly. So we were like, let's go to Cape Town. We got tickets, we went to Cape Town, and that's when I planned it. I was like, finally going to a place where like
you can actually practice your art.
Yeah. In terms of content, there's just limitless amounts. I mean, I feel like in the shots that I captured, I'm lucky if I'd probably be exaggerating if I say I got to capture a percent of the beauty of Cape Town. You know,
sure.
It's amazing. So yeah, I went there and the plan was like, okay, you know what, I just want to do like a cinematic film that I've always seen like the YouTubers that I aspire to not be like, but create content of that level as well.
Yeah.
I've seen them do these type of films, these travel films and all that stuff. I was like, I want to do that. This is the chance.
Mm-hmm.
So I start like we go there. My goal was vlogging, and I moved away from vlogging because vlogging was obviously an option. You can, like vlog a video.
Yeah.
Our time in Cape Town, whatever.
Not to insult anybody that vlogs.
Yeah. Or made such a vlog. Anyway, no, that was an option that was very, very viable. I just decided I've been doing vlogs. I've never done something like this, so let me do this rather. And so I just took content and wherever we went, I just took content. Then as soon as I got home, I got music. I chopped it up. I wrote a script, and then I put it together, and I made 2 cinematic films. The first one did very well. The one did not do very well.
What, the second one?
The second one, the one that I dropped on this past Monday.
You know why? It's because it's in Jolo. The first one is in Jolo, bro. It's about love, the first one. The second one...
Oh yeah.
You remember that? You know, bro. It's not
the first one's title is What is Love? The second one is What is My Purpose?
Exactly. People don't care about the purpose. People care about love more. Let's be honest with each other, bro. No, I'm not trying to be rude, but like never. We've spoken about this, bro. Like,
I can't believe
any title that is anything to do with love or anything like people love to be in love. On the TL, bro.
And people want love to witness love as well.
Even if it's anything to do with relationship stuff, bro. The TL, you can't go on Twitter without somebody saying, oh, it's either girls are saying, oh, my crush did this, or this guy dribbled me, or you know what I'm saying? Like, there's so much being talking about like relationships that's and the whole love thing. So obviously you're gonna get a different response. Yeah,
and I literally had Robin as the thumbnail of the video. That makes so much sense
you
now.
Had your
because I wasn't speaking about love on that like a romantic love. I was speaking about like love as an emotion or like what is love actually. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
People might have seen it in that light.
I get how it would have been like clickbaity because someone would have clicked thinking it's like a romantic thing, but I ended up like the conclusion was that it's like God is love, you know what I'm saying? So I ended up making it more spiritual and more Christian than anything. Yeah, so I didn't even think of that. No. Anyway, so the second one didn't do that so well, but I actually rate the second one more.
Yeah, I know you do. Because you're literally like, bro, this is bomb. Bro.
Yeah, I love the second one because I tried something new, something that I've never ever tried before, and it came out so good. I mean, could it have been better after watching it about 100 times? But I'm really proud of it. And so we went down there. I mean, the coolest part was like getting to show her family that stuff. Like obviously, because I was down there by their grace. Oh, by the way, I saw someone tweeting on Twitter talking about how white parents, like white kids can talk to
That's what I wanted to say, dude. That's as a black man, dude.
So wait, let me finish. So white parents let their kids go to their boyfriends and all that stuff.
Ooh, yeah.
And it'll be like, yo mom, I need to go to my boyfriend. And they're like, oh yeah, tell me when you get there. And how black parents do not stand for that.
Nah.
I mean, my girl's parents are like next level. Like the mom, I mean, she'll ask her mom to drop her off at my place.
Oh.
That's how usually it goes down.
Yeah.
Like she'll ask her, most of the time I'll take her back, but 9 times out of 10 when she comes through to visit, which is also cool with my family. Like she's almost like kind of part of the family now.
Might as well change the surname.
Might as well change the surname. Get it over and done with.
Get it over.
Yeah. So when she comes through, 9 times out of 10, the mom will drop her off, and then I'll ask my dad for the whip. I'm like, yo, can I take Robin back home? And then yeah. It's that type of situation. And so it was interesting seeing the tweet talking about like, why can't white? And I'm like, I guess colored parents like that too. My girl's parents, they're not like mixed even. There's no white in them. They're just colored.
They're colored.
They through and through.
You can go great grandparents colored.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But no, I get you. Like I think the one thing is that the dynamic has changed a lot in terms of just as a whole, bro. Like you look at and this is also another thing that I've actually noticed is the way we're gonna parent isn't the same way that
we were parented.
We were parented. Is that even a word? Yeah. We were parented, okay? And it's true because like I remember even tweeting the other day and I realized that like there's a lot of things that I wish I could actually just teach my parents. Like the way I wish I could have just told my parents that it's okay to apologize to your kid. You know, like as an African, it's okay to literally just tell you that you were wrong. And don't be like, oh, we're going out for ice cream. No, just say the words, I'm sorry. It's a lot better because like, and also one thing that I've also realized, small things like please and thank you. Bro, please and thank you only applies to you, not your parents, bro.
Bro, that's crazy. Like I feel like we were raised by the same mother.
You got
I feel like I teach my mother manners. You know what I'm saying? Like we'll go to a shop and she'll be like picking out, she'll be looking for something, right? Say she's looking for a torch, and then the guy's like, oh sorry, we don't have the torch that you want. She'll be like, okay, and then leave. And I'm like, bro, just he helped you out. You could have been searching for that thing forever, whatever. Say thank you at least. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yo, not my mom.
Yeah, not even to them, to us as well. Like no disrespect, but like I know that like I'm your kid, but like yo.
Yeah.
Like if you tell me, like for me personally, I know that when I raise my kids, it's gonna be a thing is if I tell you to use the words please and thank you, best believe I'm using the words please and thank you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If I tell you to be
gotta lead by example, innit?
Exactly, like lead by example in that sense, you know?
Yeah.
So a lot is changing.
I feel like with okay, so recently my dad, I was telling him on the way here, my dad, he made a mess basically, and we had to clean up his mess and then go to like the junkyard. And it's not a junkyard, but anyway,
it's a yard that has junk in it.
Yeah. It's a yard that people throw junk. Anyway, so and then go dispose of his mess there. And the way I say it makes it sound like he pooped or something like that.
No. Anyway,
so we do that, and like it was in the middle of the night, and I saw this rat that was literally the size of Joel's foot. I said my foot earlier, but you're a size 11, nah? Yeah. I'm a size 8.
Yeah.
That was like a size 11 rat, bro. Like that was crazy. I was telling him if that rat came into my house. It's its house now. I'm leaving. There's no way I'm not.
I'm out.
That's your house. Anyway,
I'm starting the but like, bro.
And us, sorry, but the whole how we came to clean up his mess was he comes into the house. He's like, never go clean up the mess and go throw it out. He didn't say please.
You see,
he didn't even say please. You know what I'm saying? Like,
oh guys, I messed up.
I'm gonna do it. Yeah, I'm your son. I have to do it. I'm gonna do it. At least just say out of as a courtesy. Yeah. Say please. You know.
Because and the thing is, it also just I always tell my friends when it comes to African parents, like you must understand that there's gonna come a day where I leave the house, right?
Yeah.
And like the day that I leave the house, I'm not saying that I will disrespect you, but like the way you treat me, right, will depend on whether I want a relationship with you afterwards. Yeah. Have you noticed a lot of the times when African parents want a very close relationship with you, it's when you leave the house. When you leave the house, they're gonna be like, oh yes, whatever. But then because now they have a choice. Remember, Lefa, after when you leave the house, you now have a choice to have a relationship with your parents or not. Right now, the only reason why you have a relationship with them is because you live with them. So like, if I'm like, this person doesn't say please and thank you, this person doesn't really respect me as a human being, my guy, I don't need to have a relationship with this person, I'm out. You get what I'm saying? And it's not even a toxic thing, it's just a thing of, man, I'm a free person. Like,
think about it like, if this wasn't like your parents, if this was like a friend or whatever, and they displayed these mannerisms, these characteristics, would you be friends with this person?
Yeah. Would you be friends with your parents?
Would you be friends with your parents? That person that doesn't respect your time.
Yeah, if you weren't then normalize beating your parent. No, I joke. No, I joke. No, what's it called? I remember one of my friends.
That's gotta be the promo clip.
Normalize beating your parents. No, actually one of my friends tweeted this, and another one of my friends also tweeted, normalize sending your parents to their rooms when they done something wrong.
Nah.
Bro, honestly, to be honest, yeah, that would never happen in the house.
Anyway,
but
so back to Cape Town thing, how it all relates is
how it all relates.
Okay, with me, my parents, I was just like, yo, they knew that I was going to Durban with my friends. I was like, oh, I'm not going to Durban anymore, I'm going to Cape Town. That's all I said. Like, that's what I said.
Are you serious?
Yeah. I'm not going to Durban anymore, I'm going to Cape Town.
Right.
And they're like, alright, cool. In the days like coming close, then they obviously got like, oh, were you guys sleeping? How long were you guys there? And all that stuff. And then it became evident, although I don't remember saying it explicitly, but it became pretty obvious that
I got you.
That I was going with my girl, and it's just the two of us. It wasn't like a whole group thing anymore. But and I mean, I'm 21 now. I bought the tickets myself.
Look at you!
Look at me!
Bought that ticket yourself, man!
What time is it? It's Independence time.
Look at you! Bought the tickets yourself, bro. Nah, dude.
Yeah. But with their money, of course. but myself.
But yourself, you know what I'm saying?
But yeah, the money they gave me, but I bought them myself. Anyway, my ID and all that stuff. That's on. Anyway.
Bro. Even the beard and all that, bro.
So wait, so the white part and the unusual part, I guess, in a black relationship, is that her grandparents were the people that hosted us down in Cape Town. Like they hosted us. The dad was the man who was like all the shots that I got pretty much. All the shots, the pictures.
Oh, okay.
Right, the pictures, the videos that I took.
Sorry, as an alcoholic, that's a little bit different.
Shots! Imagine we get there, it's like, let's let him take shots. I was gonna do a colored accent, but that's probably gonna be inappropriate.
It's not
I actually was gonna do an Indian accent, by mistake.
But he's not racist. Like
I'm not racist. I mean, how could I be?
Yeah.
Imagine I was like, I hate colors. Anyway, so all the videos and pictures that I took while I was down there was like when he took us places. So like he took us to like different places and all that stuff. Took us to go see certain spots. He's lived there his whole life, so he's the perfect tour guide. And everything, all the content that I captured was either he took me there, like took us there, or the grandparents took us there. You know, so they were super welcoming, man. Like like really amazing. It wasn't the first time I met the dad, but that's another story. And
you know why I'm laughing? Because I can't say this on camera, but man, guys, there's a lot of jokes behind the scenes that like I'm just there like, wow, man.
I don't know what he's talking about.
But his birthday party was great, bro. Guys, there's some jokes that I can't make on camera, but like, wow, man, like
it was a great party. Anyway,
it was.
So I mean, I don't take it for granted because I am well aware that like in a normal like the way my parents were raised, for example. And even the way my sister was raised, because my sister's 7 years older than me, right? So between now and back then, it's like my parents are completely different people, right? And also because I'm a completely different person as well, they like trust me a lot more than they trusted her. And it's like chill too for me
that
to
makes sense though.
Fly down to Cape Town with my girlfriend.
But that makes sense though. Like I think that like a lot of the times, well, for me, if I'm being honest, like with my kid, if I see like relationship with God, all that type of stuff, like if it's all different, then I'll be inclined to allow him to do a lot more than anything else. So
because there's that level of trust. Also, the fact that I'm a guy, right? It's a big thing. Because I'm thinking, right? We talked about how we're gonna parent different, but I'm thinking about like my daughter.
Yeah, my daughter's not going.
My 20-year-old daughter is not going to Cape Town with her boyfriend.
And I know this is bad. I know this is bad or anything.
It's hypocritical and all that stuff.
It is hypocritical. And like anybody you can literally come at me and everything. That's not a problem. I'll even change up the
cancel me if you will.
Cancel me.
She will not. But if it's a guy, he's more than welcome.
Exactly.
My boy
can know him, and I know him very well, and I trust him 110%. It's just because with me, one thing I've realized is that
with my girl, no level of trust will
exactly. And not to be rude, but like one thing that I've realized personally for me, from my own experience, I would never anything, and I've been caught up in very different situations. One thing that I realized is that as the guy, I dictate what happens and what doesn't necessarily happen.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
In most situations.
Like in most situations, I dictate. Like from any perspective. Like obviously, to be blunt, of course, like as a Christian, having sex or whatever, like I dictate whether like. If I say no, it's a no. And I'm not saying, I'm not literally talking about like rape or anything like that, but I'm just, this is gonna be hard. What I'm trying to say is, right, like, nothing happens if it's, look, okay, for me personally, all I can say is, nothing has happened if I say no. That's it. And I'm not saying, and with South Africa's climate and everything, I could talk about all that and everything. But
I respectfully disagree, right? Yeah. Because I feel like, okay, if you're a gentleman, right?
Yeah.
Then, if like the girl says no, then nothing will happen.
Of course, no, right? Of course, 110%.
But if you're a guy and the girl wants to do it, and you don't necessarily want to do it. Seduction is a real thing, guys.
I understand, but for me,
it doesn't necessarily have to be like active seduction. It
understand.
It can be like passive seduction. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, you have your experience. I have my experience, which is contrary to your experience.
No.
Because I've had an experience where I was like, nah, and then it happened.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So like my thing is, I completely understand, and obviously you can also prove it biblically and everything. But like. Yes, it is hypocritical from my side, and I think that it should be something that I would fix. But I think the main goal for me personally is raising kids that no matter what situation they're in, they'll be able to make the best decisions for themselves. You know what I'm saying? Well, I think. Look, here's the thing. Right now, we're thinking from a perspective of not actually having a physical child, having raised a daughter and everything. Because I think that if you had to raise a daughter with your character, like in Christ and everything, I think that you would literally think to yourself, like, I think I would allow this person. And if you know the boyfriend and you know him to be a godly person, and you're like, wow, this person's not just any flaky type of Christian, you'd be like, I wouldn't mind.
Which is what I think was the case with my girl. Like the only reason why
you were
the parents and the grandparents were so cool with the whole situation is because they all know me. Like I said, even the dad, it wasn't the first time I met him. So they know me, and there's trust there. But coming back to the whole situation with like the will and all that stuff. If I feel like if I feel like a guy, right? You're right in that if a guy's like, no, we're not doing something. If he's like, it's not gonna happen, then it doesn't have to happen, right? But like a girl, there's like a lot more. What I've come to learn is that there's a lot more factors that play into whether or not a girl has sex with a guy or not, right? They might not particularly want it, but they might do it anyway, even though you don't necessarily force it or anything like that. Like they might even initiate it even though they don't want it, like because of certain there's so many pressures. There's so many pressures that girls can feel in that department,
Yeah.
because you know there's this whole stigma, like enigma. I said enigma. Wow, that's I hate that from myself.
Yeah.
There's this whole stigma that, you know, even the stigma that like, oh, if he doesn't get it from you, he's gonna get it somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? That type of thing. That like, that's all guys want. So if you don't give them, if you don't give it to them, expected them to get it from somewhere else or whatever. So there's this, it's almost like a pressure. Like I kind of have to.
Kind
do
of
this.
Like, it comes from the whole submission thing. And patriarchy as a whole.
Which is not always the case, but like that can also play into why a girl might have willing sex even though she didn't
she doesn't really want it. Nah.
Anyway,
tricky, bro.
so that's why I wouldn't let my girl go down to Cape Town with her boyfriend. No chance.
No, I completely understand that. Like I think the one thing is like from my side, it's a thing about there's a lot of trust, and like personally for me, I've never obviously had a girlfriend or anything. But the only reason if I had to go, I would make sure that not only am I okay with going and understanding what decisions I'm going to make and what decisions, like I'm happy with whatever decisions I'm going to make. But I want to make sure that the parents also are very okay with it. Like one of my good friends, he's been dating somebody for like 4 or 5 years, and they go down to Knysna every year, like together, like them two. There was literally a time when they literally went them two, and like if I'm being honest, it obviously in the Christian climate of course, I'd never put it past them like to do anything, you know what I'm saying? Because I know them, I know what they want, and they've communicated what they want, and they stand firm on it. So I would be like, oh, I understand that. And look, obviously I'm not judging if obviously if you're different, if you're not Christian, whatever the case may be, but I'm just saying that in terms of your moral and your character and what you want to do and what you don't want to do, like I just see them and I'm like, oh, I wouldn't put it, like, don't worry, I was never even going to think in that direction. But yeah, I guess it would just be different. Because look, at the end of the day, if I'm being honest personally, the way I raise my son is going to be the same way as I raise my daughter, but because the climate in this world is different in terms of men and women, there are some things that my daughter will have to learn that my son doesn't necessarily, and vice versa, of course. Like, it's tricky under this climate, bro.
Bang on target. I 100% agree with you. Even like, which is something that like my girl right now is like struggling with learning how to drive at her big age, which is ridiculous, which is sad. It's embarrassing to say on the internet.
Hi Robin. This is a segment in the show where he at you or I at you. It's nothing personal. But yeah, please do continue. So she's learning how to drive. So that's a new thing.
She wants to learn how to drive, but there's already like this favoritism to teach her little brother who's like 6 years her junior.
Exactly. Not even
5 years.
eligible.
5 years.
He's not even eligible to drive.
Not even eligible.
No, he's not even eligible
to get a learners.
To get a learners, okay.
And
I was like, no, it's like Ethan as well.
And that's because of he's male, she's female type of thing, you know.
But do you think that will go well? Like your girl learning how to drive? Obviously not in a. I'm just asking in general. Like, do you think that you will have trouble teaching her? Like, if you had to teach her?
Nah, I'm an excellent teacher. Even if she's a bad student, I'll get the job done.
That was a perfect answer, blood. Yes, this man.
He's always trying to get me in trouble. Not this time. Not this time. Listen.
Congratulations, bro.
It's been an amazing podcast. You know where to find us. Joel Miruo. Lepagram.
Bro.
Sevenfold Studios, all on Instagram.
Bro.
Get there because you want to engage with us on these topics that we speak about on thingies,
TikTok,
and maybe keep doing the most with the most high. That's what we did.